Hello everybody and welcome. I am out driving a team of mares and decided that I would make a small video about who, how, when, and what I do while working the teams. So first off, we have Ellie and Raina tonight. Ellie hasn't been with us for several days, so that's how she ended up getting stuck on the guinea pig list of being used. Raina was driven last night, but it is not uncommon for me to drive the horses multiple nights in a row. I more like to jump around to horses that haven't been worked if there are any. If I have the time, I like to work 3 to 4 teams a day. We end up doing a small loop while dragging a tire on the Leon. This is a very cool little buggy that has alternating brakes and is very sturdy. I can hook up to a 4 to it. I can do a unicorn. It cannot go single or 4 abreast, but it does make it so that way I can sit here in a luxury seat while I'm out driving. The tire just adds weight. We can add a larger weight if necessary, and on occasions I will, depending on if I'm working on their strength training, if there's 4 of them attached, or if I'm trying to work on their cardio. Majority of the time is actually spent in this very slow walking gait. You build more booty muscle and you can teach them more control of just being pleasant-minded and soft in the bit. So I actually don't come out and run around. I mean, obviously a lot of people think I'm a barrel racer in the first place, but in fact, I'm just out here slowly driving around circles in a field. So there are several horses on the farm that I have several young horses on the farm. Most of my horses are in the 3-year-old range, like Ellie here. I do have 2 mares that I try to keep fit with 2 of those 3-year-olds. So Raina and Bailey are my 2 8-year-olds who I like to separate. They were a team last year, but when the 2-year-olds became 3-year-olds and a part of the hitch, I dispersed them a little bit so that way I wouldn't have to deal with as much control training myself, and they could be kind of an anchor for the younger horse. So Bailey and Joey go together, Ellie and Raina go together. I then have one of my 3-year-olds is the stallion that goes with Vivian, who's a 4-year-old. Then I have her sister Blair, who's been going with a 2-year-old. So there is one 3-year-old that goes with a 2-year-old. We have a 5-year-old that's going to be in the hitch soon once she comes out of rehab, and she'll end up going with the 2-year-olds as well. So it's just more or less they'll end up going out without the tire, so that way they aren't as heavily trained, and they'll just go out simple on this. I also have a sled I can connect them to. A sled is for heavyweight training, and I won't do that more than once, maybe twice a week, as long as they're pretty spread apart, about 4 days at least apart. So I try to go easy, just regular casual walking like this, but we can always mix it up, working on a slow trot with them and working on hill climbs, reversing. There's lots of little low impact sport things to work on in the meantime. So if you have any other questions about who, how, and why I hook which teams I do, please feel free to leave comments in the comment section or questions in the comment section, and I would love to get through to them on how we work the horses. Just enjoy the view.